Hey guys, how's it going? This is James Tripp with a video for James Tripp Chaos Wave. We're looking at whether you should present yourself, market yourself as a coach, hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, whatever. I'm making the video because I've had a question come in from Lisa who is asking, James, I really want to help people transform their lives, themselves, and some health issues. One of the things that I get caught up in is what angle to market myself from as a coach, as a hypnotherapist, as an NLP practitioner. So that's an interesting question. It's a great question. And I want to speak to this. I'm not necessarily going to give a definitive answer. If I was working with Lisa one-on-one here, coaching her, I would want to ask more questions to get a sense of where she's at. So I'm going to have to do a bit of mind reading here. The first thing I'm going to say about this is I'm going to guess that there's a sort of thinking behind this question, and please forgive me if I'm wrong, Lisa, that's thinking, what's the best frame to put around the work I do to have people buy into what I'm doing? But this isn't really the best way to approach this at all, because if you take something like, I'm going to leave NLP practitioner off the table right now and contrast coaching with hypnotherapy. Now, first and foremost, to me, coaching and hypnotherapy are quite different things that connect with quite different markets. So which one you like doing is going to be a factor here. So coaching is a much more developmental thing. Okay, people come along because they want to shift how they're being in the world and the results that they get in general, whereas hypnotherapy is usually issue specific. People come in with a very specific thing that they wish to change. Another distinction between coaching and hypnotherapy that makes a really big difference is coaching really connects with people who are coming from a place of inspiration, so to speak, whereas hypnotherapy, the uptake for that is generally from people coming from a place of desperation. There's something that is desperately wrong that they need to fix, and they need to fix right now. This makes the two marketing games, so to speak. Not only is the work itself quite different, but the marketing games are quite different too. So it isn't a matter of which label will pull in the most customers, because neither label on its own will necessarily pull in any customers. What you have to do is understand the people that you want to connect with, understand what their needs are, understand what their desires are, understand what their fears are, look at what you have to offer and figure out how to connect those up. A lot of this is narrative work. You will use media and creative ways to do this. So regardless of what you decide to frame yourself as, or what kind of work you decide to do, the marketing job still needs to be constructed and well crafted. This is the single biggest mistake that people make when they set themselves up as independent practitioners, is they think they can just hang a shingle on the door that says hypnotherapist, coach, NLP practitioner. None of it's going to make any difference whatsoever. You have to do a marketing job. This is a job of connecting what you do to the world out there. And this needs to be well crafted. This is much more important than the label that you use. The label that you use isn't going to make too much difference at all. So the real question here that I would ask you, Lisa, is which do you enjoy doing more? Do you like helping people out with very specific issues, or do you like coaching? You can do both. For a long time, I did issue-specific change work. I do less of that now, and developmental coaching. And I recognize that even though I offer both, I have to do a different job in connecting them to people out there in the world who might want those services. It's a very, very different piece of work to be done there. So the other thing that I want to say off the back end of this that is often relevant here is when people have developed some skill in hypnotherapy, NLP coaching, this kind of thing, or they've been on some trainings and they decide, I really want to do this, I want to be professional. One of the things they often start to do is think, right, how do I set myself up? How do I market myself? And they think, well, I'm going to need a website and a business card and all of this. An old mentor of mine used to call this the pathway to poverty, because it doesn't really go anywhere. It's just like, if I get the website, if I get the business card, if I use the right label, people will come. It does not work. There is a game to this. There is a craft to this. The single most important thing, though, is what you're doing is congruent with you and aligns with what you do. So many people get out there and they try and promote themselves as something that they are not yet. something that they aspire to be, but they are not yet. So they want to be a coach, but they're not actually a coach yet because they haven't got any clients, they haven't really done any coaching. Or they want to be a hypnotherapist, but they're not a hypnotherapist yet because they haven't done any hypnotherapy. So what I would suggest first and foremost, and so many people I know have done this, is people say never to do this, but work with people for free. Okay, go out. There is a world full of people out there. Go and start helping people make changes in their lives. You know, you might overhear a conversation, someone talking about how they're stuck, and say, look, I might be able to help you out. I've got some skills that I've been trained in, and I would love to sit down and see if we can help you out. You can always say to people, this is something that I do from time to time, if you don't want to work for free, and it's a good idea not to work for free, say, look, I'll do some work with you on that. If you get a result that you like, you can donate to this charity. Now, the initial thing is you want to get some experience helping people make changes. Because once you're actually helping people do stuff, you don't have to create some sort of website that claims you're some professional that does all these things that you haven't done yet. You can start communicating what you do from a place of truth and experience. You can say, look, I've helped these people out with this, or I've helped people out with that. You start to get a sense of what you like doing, what you're good at doing, what kind of results you get. Always get feedback from people when you're helping them out like this. Make sure you get feedback. If you're not getting good results from people, that's good information, because it just means you need to up your core game before working on that extended marketing game anymore. So, two parts to that video, I guess. The first is the label doesn't make any difference. You're always going to have to do a well-crafted marketing job. I don't like the term marketing. I prefer the phrase, the conversation you're having with the world that connects people to the value that you have to offer. You're always going to have to do that in a well-crafted way, regardless of the label you put on yourself. So, do the thing that you love. Do you love doing work with people who are generally looking to develop their capacities across a broad scope to create something in the world, to move their lives forward? Or do you like working with people with very specific issues? If you enjoy the former, coaching might be for you. Could call yourself an NLP practitioner. I'm not sure that that's a great frame at any stage of the game. But if you like making very specific changes with people from a more remedial place, maybe hypnotherapy is for you. The most important thing is, what do you enjoy doing? And if you don't know yet, go out and get some experience, work with people, help them make changes. Then when you start having a conversation with the world about what you do, it will come from a place of truth and groundedness. You can say, well, I helped somebody the other week make this change, or I did this. You'd speak about truth instead of coming up with some sort of artifice in the form of a website, which is what so many people do. They think that's what they need to do. I'm qualified now, I have to market myself and pretend to be a professional. But if you're not working with people yet, you will never be speaking from a grounded place of truth about what you actually do. You will always be trying to contrive a reality about what you are. You're always leaning into where you want to be rather than where you are. So I hope that that information has been useful for you. If you're watching this, if you want to get on my How to Build a Business Head webinar, it is tomorrow. That's 27th of November, Wednesday, 27th of November, to 7 p.m. London time. I'll scroll the other times across the bottom. I would love to have you on that webinar. You'll be able to ask questions on that, by the way. I've got some things I'm planning on covering, but I think it would be much more interesting if we get interactive on that webinar. Okay, so if you like this video, make sure you hit thumbs up, like the video. If you are looking for more rare knowledge on using your mind to shape your life, or you're looking to help people use their minds to shape their lives, and you're looking at how you can establish yourself that way, then please do hit subscribe, please do hit the notifications bell, and please do use the comment section below to ask questions, share feedback, and that way this conversation can continue.